Assalamualaikum. Today we are going to focus on a very important component while we are attempting the summary writing question, paper 1, and question is 3A. We always say, and you must have heard this word in my lessons that I say, and I kept on mentioning that you don't have to lift the text. From lifting, we mean we don't have to copy the sentence or a phrase as it is from the text. So we have to clearly, if we don't have to lift, then what we have to do? हमने information तो लेनी है ना from the text. So that is known as selecting the information. So what is the difference between selection and lifting? Selecting versus lifting, and this is specifically for paper 1 and how we have to avoid copying from this component paper 1. Now let's first of all see lesson objectives. We will understand the difference between selecting ideas and lifting language. We will know what Cambridge considers long lifting. Sometimes a phrase, lifting a phrase is fine, but we don't have to, keep the whole sentence as it is in our answer. Paraphrase ideas accurately without changing the meaning, very important. Condense information to improve writing marks. This is our writing objective. From condensed information, mentioning you here that I have planned a separate lesson on condensing of information as well, because you have a lot of information and you have to condense it and make it shorter and very precise while you give your answer. So we will plan another lesson on condensing the information as well. Why this matters in the exam? Many students, they understand the text, but they lose marks because they have copied so much. They know what they have to write, but since they have copied everything from the text, they're not going to gain any marks here because lifting is not allowed. Because the objective says that you have to use your own words. Cambridge penalizes copying under table writing task. I'm mentioning table here because I have already mentioned these writing objectives and reading objectives with you earlier in our first few lessons. And at the start of every lesson for summary writing, opinion-based answer, comprehension passage, I have mentioned these Cambridge objectives to you already. So especially in question 3A, lifting is not allowed. You can score high content marks but low writing marks if you lift language. Language content के आपको marks मिल जाएंगे, but language में नहीं मिलेंगे because language में they specifically ask you to use your own words. Now, what is the difference here? जब हम select करते हैं information, we choose the ideas, we show understanding, and it is going to help us in gaining marks. But when we lift, it will be a copied word, and it shows that we are entirely relying on the text, and it is going to limit our marks ultimately. What is long lifting? I have mentioned the word long lifting earlier. It means that copying phrases or sentences exactly from the text and keeping the structure same, vocabulary same, using multiple lifted phrases in a row. Or आप 2-3 lines में आप consistently you are taking the sentences from the text. अपना paragraph आपने design कर लिया using different long sentences from the text. Even if the content is relevant, writing marks will drop here. Okay, writing objective में clearly you have to use your own words. अच्छा, let's see what is long lifting. In text it says guests can switch off and breathe more deeply in this back to nature retreat. और जब हम अपना आंसर लिखेंगे while using this long lifting, we will write guests can switch off and breathe more deeply in this back to nature retreat. The words are same, the structure is same, and there is no paraphrasing. अगर आप थोड़ा सा structure भी change कर देते, then yes, somehow it's not lifting. But structure भी same है, vocabulary is also same. Acceptable limited lifting in some cases, yes, lifting is acceptable. What are those cases? जब हमारे पास pronouns होंगे, obviously we cannot change the words. There are unique terms, infrared film, underfloor heating. कुछ ऐसी terms हैं that are very specific, unique in their own senses. So we cannot use alternate terms here. But surrounding language or the structure, yes, we have to change that. Now, sometimes again, paraphrasing is acceptable. How? A back to nature retreat where guests can switch off, and we can paraphrase it in the form a peaceful forest setting that allows visitor to relax. अगर आप ये देखें, a back to nature retreat को इसको paraphrase किया गया है, that allows visitor to relax. नेचर को रिलैक्सेशन से रिलेट कर दिया गया है. Where guests can switch off में they can easily relax. A peaceful forest को कर दिया गया है back to nature से paraphrase. So the meaning is there. सिर्फ उन्होंने words को और structure को change कर दिया है. A correct paraphrase here. Paraphrasing that is not acceptable. For example, a nature retreat where guests can relax and switch off. Too close, same structure, minimal change. यहाँ पे the structure is again the same और बिल्कुल एक आधे word का change है. For example, आप अगर यहाँ पे देखें a back to nature retreat और यहाँ पे है a nature retreat, तो कुछ भी change नहीं हुआ और everything is same. सिर्फ आपने एक word minus कर दिया, तो this is still lifting. How examiners judge paraphrasing. Examiners look for changed vocabulary. Whenever I check the exams, मैं देखती हूँ कि अगर ये word है, these are the key words या key points हैं, और इनको जब students ने answer लिखा है, they have changed the vocabulary. They have used alternate vocabulary. The structure is also changed. This is how they have given an entirely new sentence with the same meaning. Not every word must change, or words as it is we are use kar sakte hain, but the sentence should be your own. Now, condensing without copying. There is another lesson planned on this condensing information, but just quickly going through it. Condensing means removing the examples. आपने एक point discuss किया है, but you are eliminating the examples because summary में this is not required. Combining the similar ideas, reducing long explanation. This improves concision, which is writing objective. Now see the example of condensing information. Guests can sleep under the open sky. Mosquitoes do not fly high above the ground. Now how we have to condense these 2 points. Guests can sleep outdoors without being disturbed by the mosquitoes. इस तरह से you have high above the ground, ये वाली चीजें आपने minus करके a very to the point sentence is given. This is known as condensation. Very short, clear, and also you have paraphrased the points too. Okay, you are reading the text, इसमें बहुत सारे points है with examples. You have to condense the information into 150 words. Now let's quickly complete this practice task for lifting versus selecting information task. And then we are good to go to move to the next lesson. Rewrite the following without lifting. The hotel allows guests to leave one world behind and enter another. Now, how we have to paraphrase. The experience makes visitor feel as though they are escaping everyday life or they are experiencing something new. आप कुछ भी इसमें word और phrase add कर सकते हैं. I'm sure you're very much clear with the difference between selecting information and lifting. Although आपको कहा गया है take the points from the text, लेकिन इसका ये मतलब नहीं है कि you are writing everything as it is. You have to select the ideas. You have to condense the information without doing this lifting. All right. Thank you so much. See you in the next lesson.